Alright, guys. I know this topic is a bit of a weird one, but we can all say this, and with honest respect and no, weirdness. Bro, but Food Wars is just a hentai about cooking. You can't tell me it's not. Like, by these images alone, as you guys see on the screen, on the video, like, it's just a hentai. But it's a good hentai. It's like you got main protagonists always acting like something sneaky up. And then you got all these fine girls around them, all these waifu type girls. Like Megan Me, Arena, Meet Me, etc. All these people, and the amount of moaning that happens in this show is insane. Like, it's almost questionable. Like, how are you gonna make this show about cooking? Well, there's a thing called foodgasms. Like, I don't think I've ever heard so much moaning in my life in a whole entire anime. So it has to be a hentai, right? There's no other way to explain this. Like, for example, look at this image of Erina right now in a wrapped towel. She's like acting like she's getting exposed, and this is just about food. And then there's multiple times where she's like acting like Soma. Oh my gosh, Soma is the reason why this is happening. Like, bruh, nah, we ain't gonna act like this ain't true. And I know you guys are like, dude, this guy is crazy, bro. He thinks Food Wars is a hentai? Nah, get him out of here. No, no, look at it. Watch the anime and pay attention. There may not be actual nudity, like, the bazangas and the cherry blossoms. I don't even know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm getting at. Like, you ain't seeing all that, like, down there stuff, but you seeing, like, all that, oh, yeah, ooh, type stuff. I don't know how to say it, but, like, dude, as simple as that. Like, moaning type shit. Like, bruh, I don't know how to explain it, but Food Wars, bruh, it's a creative show, and it really, honestly, I do enjoy it. It's one of my favorite animes, probably my top 10, of course, because Food Wars is so unique to its ability. It's literally an anime about hentai, about cooking, and people having orgasms. Like, why is that not a great concept? Of course, if like, it's almost like you can't hate the show. Like, for example, how you gonna hate Soma? Soma's a great protagonist. He's always up to something, always trying to give someone like the tentacle. That one scene with the tentacle. He gave the peanut butter. I think it was peanut butter and octopus or squid. No, squid. And he gave it to the girl, and it was so nasty. And she, like, where those tentacles went, and we just don't need to say it further than that. But she a little bit more wet than she needs to be. Pause. Yo, I'm sorry. But yeah, to get back to the point is that Soma, he's creative. It's innovative with his dishes, and he makes sure to show everybody that he's good at what he does, and he's proud, and he's happy, and he doesn't matter if he loses it, because no matter what, he doesn't give up. And honestly, that's a lot and he gives that same vibe to Megami and his whole entire crewmates, like Soma, not Soma, I forget a lot of the guys' names. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched in a while, but season 1 was definitely probably my favorite, because just like everything's so new, and it's just like so creative and everything. Season 2, it was a bit of a downside to what I was trying to hope for, but nonetheless, it was still good. It was just rushed a little bit, but I still liked it a lot. Season 3 was the point where I was like, okay, it's kind of getting the same things, but it still had its moments where you were like, oh my gosh, this show is still amazing. Season 4, same thing as season 3, plate 3, and then we just kind of go to that. Finally, we get to the blue. The blue was probably where it got back to where it was, and honestly, the blue was probably the second best season, or almost close to that, because it brought that feel back. Like, it was so creative. It was different, because with the different tools that they used, it wasn't just the same stuff, and it was in a different environment with better cooks, everything around, and it was different characters instead of the same over and over. And I really think that was really cool about the show. But nonetheless, that show, the entire seasons, if it wouldn't be Food Wars without its foodgasms, of course. Like, Erina, for every single time she versed Soma, she just had to moan at least once. And then, of course, it just happens to be that he bumps into her bazangas casually, walking, trying to go to the bath while she's leaving, which is, of course, that's just a coincidence, but in anime, it's not. That's an hentai thing, and that's why they brought that anime aspect into it. They just acting like this is anime. It's just like basically it's a hentai, but like censored more heavily than usual. That's just the way I'm gonna put it, because like I don't know how else to put it. This is a very weird topic, but it just needs to be addressed because I feel like everyone's thinking this exact same thing. And maybe you're not. Maybe you're just like, dude, this guy's a fucking weirdo. And honestly, bruh, you're probably right. I'm probably insane. I'm probably in the mind. This is my very first video on YouTube, and I'm just coming out here like saying the weirdest stuff. But like, it needs to be addressed. Like, the amount of moaning is just incredible. Like, it's just like, how are you gonna have this much moaning in an anime? Like, it's insane. But nonetheless, I love the foodgasms because it also was a different aspect, and it just, and like, not only did it like bring that like hentai feel, it also brought the feel like you were motivated to cook. Like, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you guys, it made you feel like you could be Gordon Ramsay in the flesh. Like, let's be honest, it made you want to try to cook. Like, I'm not personally, I don't like to cook. I think it's boring and I'm impatient. That's just the type of person I am. That's why I do YouTube. I'm not no chef. I'm trying to do YouTube, but I'm not no chef. And that's just simple how it is. But like, it made me want to cook. It made me motivated. And I'm not into that, but like, of course, I tried getting into cooking. I did a little bit better than I usually do. I think it made me a little bit more motivated than I should, and I think I'm gonna continue trying to do whatever I can to do that. But yeah, Food Wars, it's nothing more to say. Like, it's amazing. Like, honestly, you guys should go watch it. If you guys are here and you guys are like, what is this anime about? It's about hentai. What? And you guys are like, I like hentai. I gotta go watch the show. Yo, pause. Like I said, it does not show. It is heavily censored, and it's not necessarily hentai. But it is a hentai. But like, it's a hentai, but it's heavily censored. That's the way I'm gonna look at it. That's the way you guys should look at it, because the amount of foodgasms is insane. Like I said, I also want to address the fact that the blue, with the ending of the blue with Erina actually ending up, how she did to Soma and everything, and the fact that her mom was the thing. I just, never mind, fuck it. Is the judge and Soma lost? That is BS. I think in the manga it's different. Soma actually ended up winning, and honestly, that's where it should end off. But what made me the most upset is the fact that Soma really said adios, and he never said anything to anybody. He said goodbye to the team. Erina, he should have been number one over there. You already know. But she was dealing with her mom and stuff. Soma don't like. He's like, you deal with your own family business. I'm just gonna stay here and deal with mine. I'm gonna go on the road. I'm gonna have a nice time. And honestly, he came back. He went to the Yukihira shop, and Erina is like, I finally figured out where I want to cook, and it's for you. And I thought, I'm a romance type of guy. Like if that makes any sense. Like, I don't necessarily like I don't know how to put this, bro. I don't know how to put this. I like romance and anime, but I'm not that type of guy to ship people in anime. I'll say I want someone to be with someone, but I'm not going to heavily ship someone just because they're hinted together. Like, for example, the Megami stuff, I'm not with that, and I was with Erina the entire way. I was just going to say that, let you guys know, and hopefully you guys feel the same. But I just got to address this. All blue hair anime girls, wow. It's so sad to say this, but they all get finessed. Like, it's simple as that. Like, honestly, they've been finessed since forever. I mean, like, Darling in France, and you got ReZero. I haven't actually watched ReZero, but I do know what happened at the ending, and that is kind of sad. I'm not going to spoil anything about that if you guys haven't watched it, but it's sad. I'm just going to let you guys know that. But back to the topic at hand. I'm just going off topic for some odd reason. But, yeah, I just got to say the overall statement. Food Wars is it is massively, insanely great. I think you guys should watch it. It's a hentai that's censored. That is basically the moral of this topic. That is trying to get you guys to watch it, because I'm looking at you, Jerry. Yeah, you hear me, Jerry? I know you like watching hentai. It's not just Jerry. I'm not picking on you, Jerry. But like, dude, we know that you watch hentai and that you want to watch this show now. If you haven't watched it, you already know. And you can agree with me on this statement, and I 100% be like, yeah, I got you. Because Jerry got my back, and I somewhat got Jerry's back, because I don't know who Jerry is, and Jerry don't really know me, but Jerry can hear me, and he can hear my thoughts. I can't hear yours unless you do something, I don't know. I can just read your comment, Jerry. Like, I don't know who you are yet, but like, nice to meet you, Jerry. I don't know what the hell I'm coming up with Jerry for. It's just a random name I thought in my head. But second season, heated off, beautiful, amazing, just rushed. Some plots and everything was cleared up. I think it was third plate when Erina finally figured out who Soma's father is. I think it was. And honestly, she knew who Joe Ichiro was, but she didn't know it was Soma's father. And honestly, I was waiting for that moment for so long that when I finally realized that I got it, I was so happy. That it was one of the greatest moments in Food Wars. Definitely, Erina saying that the ending was definitely amazing. It just did not show what the manga ending showed, and honestly, that's a little bit disappointing. And I get why the manga ended. You can only make so much dishes. It was a little bit heartbreaking for the anime to end the way it did, but it was a different ending. So, all in all, it's not bad. I never read the manga ending. I just know about it. I read a little bit of articles. I was a little bit concerned on if that actually ended that way, and I just know. The only person I know that actually got together married is the weird mom and son thing. Kira and I forget. I think June. Yeah, June. That thing was super weird. It was like a mother-son relationship, but it wasn't a mother-son relationship. And she was in her 30s, and he was like 16. Boy, if you don't, I think, yeah. And they got married. That's a huge age gap, but nonetheless, it's okay. That's how they feel. If they're in love, just let them be like that. But it's weird. And honestly, I'm not going to say anything because there's probably people out there like now and that have the same exact experience. And I'm not going to say anything bad about them just because of that. But yeah, I know I've got off topic like 3 or 4 times, but that's just the type of person I am. I like to talk about other things besides what is actually at hand. But I know you guys are here when I hand. But I've already really addressed everything. Season 3 had, the obvious stuff, of course. Yeah, the top... I think it was the 10. Well, originally they were in a train. They were going to verse the Erina's father. And I forget what his name is. I told you it's been a while. But I forget about Erina's father. Yeah. But they fought Erina's father basically with the food competition with the top 10 versus them. And they ended up winning. Honestly, that was spectacular Erina work. But Soma's dish, again, was spectacular. But Erina's stuff made it even bigger. And the what's it called? I think it was called the Awakening. I think it was or the Rapture. I think either way, I don't know what it's called exactly. Haven't done research yet. I just did not feel like going to watch it re-over because I did not want to end the same feel I had. But yeah, basically, the Rapture, I think it's called, happened, and yeah, that was basically the entire moral and the entire epitome and the greatness of the Erina family. And honestly, I really like that because Soma even had the ability to do that. Everyone had the ability to do that. And honestly, I think it was really, really good the way that anyone could come in and just blow away the competition, literally. But that's all I gotta say, really, honestly. Besides, just know the overall moral about this entire thing is that Food Wars is just a hint of cooking. That is undoubtedly the truth because, look, let's re-roll the images again. Like you see that, like, bam, bop, boom, bop. Like, you see these? They're right here in front of your face. Nothing about it you can say that will change my mind. But it's just heavily censored. Yeah, guys, that's all I gotta say. If you guys did enjoy this video, slap that like button and subscribe if you guys are brand new, and hit the bell notifications. This is my first video on this channel, and it wouldn't if you guys wouldn't mind, just helping me out a little bit. Like I said, do the following things. Do anything. Comment your opinion or if you have watched Food Wars, if you have not. And I also think I'm also going to do a little bit of a variety of things, like talk about anime like this, like what I'm talking about right now, and the obvious stuff like play video games, like anime games. But I also have a love for horror games and other games that really attract my attention. Nothing's attracted my attention so far. I think One Piece may be on here. I don't know what else. I'll probably stream on my Twitch if I can. I'm not sure yet. Do not hold your breath. Well, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And this has been your boy, Captain Lokage, and peace.